Hello everyone, welcome to our Affective Cognition Lab. We utilize various technologies to measure human behavior and brain signals. We aim to understand the impact of emotions on cognition and behavior, as well as how emotional information is processed in the brain. Additionally, we are interested in exploring individual characteristics that influence emotional processing. Specifically, our research focus is on observing brain reactions during emotion regulation and enhancing cognitive and emotional functions consciously or unconsciously to successfully regulate emotional responses. We primarily conduct experiments using fMRI, EEG, PET, TMS, and TDCS devices, targeting both healthy adults and adults with emotional disorders. Recently, we have developed tasks addressing craving regulation for food, modulation of negative biases in response to emotional stimuli, and promotion of empathy and helping behavior. We have published papers demonstrating the effectiveness of this task. Following this, we would like to introduce the research conducted in our lab based on our recently published paper. First, we have demonstrated the effectiveness of training to regulate cravings for high-calorie foods. In this paper, two primary strategies were employed to reduce impulsive cravings for food and enhance cognitive control over the desire to consume such foods. The first strategy involves regulating the process of craving when exposed to food stimuli through repetitive associative learning between food cues and inhibitory responses. The second strategy entails using transcranial magnetic stimulation or TMS to stimulate specific brain regions, thereby enhancing cognitive control over food consumption. After combining and applying these two strategies, we observed whether individuals could regulate chocolate consumption. The results showed that individuals who underwent association between food stimuli and inhibitory responses exhibited a reduction in chocolate consumption compared to those who underwent association between food stimuli and facilitatory responses. Furthermore, when TMS was applied, in addition to learning association between food stimuli and inhibitory responses, chocolate consumption decreased even further. This study suggests that combining implicit associative training and high-frequency TMS application can be highly beneficial in effectively controlling the consumption of high-calorie foods. This paper validates the effectiveness of a feedback-based interpretation training designed to help individuals experiencing loneliness to regulate negative biases towards emotional stimuli. Loneliness is recognized as a public health concern in a contemporary society, and individuals facing loneliness tend to interpret social and emotional information negatively. To mitigate this negative bias, the training group associated fearful and neutral facial expressions with socially favorable labels. In contrast, the control group associated the same facial expressions with socially unfavorable labels. In the training group, the more lonely individuals were, the weaker the recognition of negative emotions became. Additionally, when learning with favorable expressions, there was an increased tendency to perceive surprised expression more positively. Furthermore, individuals experiencing loneliness exhibited a higher positive bias towards surprise expressions. Therefore, through this research, we anticipate the feedback-based interpretation training will have a positive impact on how individuals facing loneliness process emotional information. Additionally, we developed a compassion promotion task using implicit associated learning and validated the neurobiological mechanism underlying its effectiveness. This compassion promotion technique distinguishes itself from traditional explicit compassion promotion techniques by minimizing dependence on an individual's willpower or past empathic experiences. The compassion training aimed to reduce stress in response to others' suffering and increase brain activation associated with social bonds, ultimately leading to an increased prosocial behavior. This study indicates the efficacy of implicit compassion promotion techniques and contributes to understanding prosocial behaviors and its underlying neurobiological mechanisms. Concluding our introduction to our lab, you can find more information by visiting the lab's website. Thank you for your listening.